Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to The Den. Reacting to another Marvel trailer, this time the Fantastic Four, The First Steps. Now, I haven't seen this trailer yet, and instead of doing what we did last time, where we're going to kind of watch through the trailer and then I'm going to kind of look through it and talk about it, we're going to kind of be stopping as we go through it, seeing if I can't maybe kind of condense the amount of time the last one took there, and just to kind of try to change up the format a little bit here, right? Try to be a little more transformative. Now, this is going to be coming out in July 25th, and I don't know anything about it other than that Pedro Pascal is going to be Mr. Fantastic, and I've heard that they're doing something like really unique in terms of the theme and the art style, but I haven't seen it. Hopefully you haven't either. You probably have, though, because it's been out for a little bit. But let's get into it, shall we?
Welcome to the back.
Immediately, I'm kind of falling in love with this, right? This has got like a very kind of like 70s, 80s future vibes to it, like what people are imagining the future was going to be like back then. It's got like a very Jetsons kind of theme and style to it, like really ritzy 70s, 80s. I'm loving the fireplace right here. Like I've always kind of liked that about this era and style of architecture, like the centrally located fireplace. It's obviously got to be more for art than function, right? Yes, there we go. Because as you can see here, it's I don't know. That's not going to produce a lot of heat with that really kind of thin chimney. Now at the same time, I'm seeing kind of like a Space Needle type building right here, and then I'm seeing another very futuristic building over here. I get the feeling I'm supposed to know what that building is, just from looking at it. But I'm not a big Fantastic Four fan, so let's keep going here.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7 on...
Have we... I don't think we've ever seen Pedro in this kind of role. But just going off the theme again here, I'm loving the theme of like the 70s, 80s kind of futuristic vibe with the lights here. This is very stylistically done. Like this is up on the level of like WandaVision when they were doing the older time period episodes. This is like right up in that vein. But we're at Welcome to the Baxter Building, and we're doing Sunday dinner. Or family dinner every week.
Do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7
Sunday.
On the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
That's good. Aw.
Hurry.
Whoa. Again with the whole 70s, 80s future theme. I don't know. I was just kind of struck by the Baxter Building here. That's a really cool looking Baxter Building. And is this a flying car? Was that a flying... No, that's a building. Okay. Not a flying car. So we haven't gotten Jetson-y flying cars yet, but I'm liking the look of this Baxter Building. And Herbie.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
What? This is like right out of the comics. The super huge brow, the normal sized head. Ben Grimm, I'm liking the really Rocky look. Like this is a good Rocky look, like we had for Michael Chiklis's Ben Grimm. I'm loving. I'm guessing this is their uniform, right? Yes. I'm immediately loving the uniforms, right? Like I usually, I don't like the Fantastic whatsoever. I think a lot about them is kind of dumb, but this uniform right here is like a perfect, oh, I won't say a perfect, but it is really, really close. It's very stylistically themed after their original suits, the blue and the white. I like the ribbing right here around Ben's suit. Kind of gives it a little bit of, instead of it just being kind of like a straight pullover, kind of like spandex or something with no texture, nothing there. This has texture to it. It looks more like a suit. Looks like they have a belt. I don't know if this is going to kind of have any kind of like utility to it. I mean, it's Reed Richards, so I would imagine there's some kind of functionality to it because, you know, Reed's like a big tech guy like Tony and his dad. So, you know, this is like stylistically, like if we go back here, I'm sorry. But what I'm seeing here with like the balls on top of the buildings and the very futuristic kind of look, that really reminds me of like the Stark Expo from Iron Man 2, and when they were showing stuff from the past and how they had everything styled up and they had the big old model of how the place looked back in the day. It really reminds me of that, kind of like a future expo kind of vibe as we're going all throughout this. That's like the main kind of theme I'm getting. But let's get back to Ben here. So Ben's cooking with Herbie.
Coming.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
That was very good with the mouth and the animation. You even saw his tongue inside of there. So this is... They're really going to make this look good. And again, I'm liking the suits.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Is this guy good or what? I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious. I just want to add a little bit of zip. Okay?
The movement on Ben. They're doing really good with the CGI. Like just watch his
not
fingers.
because it's
in
not
his
delicious.
hands.
I just want to add a little bit of zip. Okay?
See, he was just like, ugh. It was fluid.
T-5.
Before we went up the first time. Before we went up.
I'm such a nerd. I love the chalkboards.
Before we went up the first time. You couldn't turn
Whoa!
invisible.
Oh, that is cool. Oh, that is cool. And see, this right here, this is more of like that Stark Expo 70s, 80s, you know, future type vibes, like future Expo type vibes, man. Oh, and you're seeing it break through the sound barrier. You're seeing it come off of there. It's coming down around the mid. And you see more shredding off of the nose here. That's really cool. Going to back up just a quick second. Okay, I don't know anything. I just to show you, I'm not a Fantastic Four fan. I don't know who Herbie is. Right? Like, I really don't know who this guy is. I'm liking the kind of... I mean, it's like he's got the... Oh, God, the... It's like the older computers, supercomputers. They had the big, like, micro data film rolls. They had a string through it. This is reminding me a lot of that. Like, that just looks exactly like that. That's really cool. I like how this stuff moves up and down to kind of, like, give him a mouth and it opposes. That's really cool, but I don't know anything about Herbie. So... that just shows you how kind of like I'm not a Fantastic Four fan, right? But I can't get over Ben. Like, I'm sorry. I'm really liking how they're doing the thing here. So let's come back up to here. So this is our entire team. The spacesuits, the stuff in the background, they're doing a really good job with like a period piece kind of styling to it. I'm really liking that. Their suits are even blue and white. That's cool.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible.
That rocket ship, man, is so cool.
Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Okay.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
So we're just getting introduced to the family right in through here.
Looking, he means.
Boom. Like that looks like it's straight out of a comic, like that exact scene. Now, plus you've seen that, I think Michael Chiklis had a very similar scene with his Ben Grimm. But just to kind of bring him up here, I'm loving the styling of Ben Grimm, like with the big brow and how the hat sits on him. It's it's a very comic-y look to it, right? And I don't know, something's just really reaching out and grabbing me about Ben here for some reason. I'm not usually a Fantastic Four fan, but something is just reaching out and grabbing me about Ben Grimm and the Thing here, and I don't know. I'm kind of thrown off. Pedro Pascal's just like super proper. Oh, hey, we're having dinner every Sunday at 7 on the nose. It's he's got range, but it's throwing me off, man.
Pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Hey, Human Torch looks good.
Ben has
Why
always
not?
been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us,
Maybe it's up in space.
face it together.
Big old meteor shower coming in. Whoa. I don't know why we're having like a speeding car scene, but I am in love. I am in love with their styling, like with their period piece styling for this, like the whole 70s, 80s, like future expo. Like I am in love with this. Because you even see it on the car that they pass right there. Now something else, like I don't know much about jackets, right? Jackets are jackets. I'm taken from what I see here. This is in the same kind of period. So this seems like it's something that's kind of taking place in the past, at least for what we've seen in the MCU so far, right? I'm getting that same kind of vibe. We have a lot of older styling cars, but they have stuff, coming off them with a somewhat not as much of a future expo type of vibe as this car, and I'm assuming this is the Fantastic Four's car. I can't see who's in there, but I'm seeing white with a little bit of blue right here, so maybe they're in their superhero suits, or I mean, could Johnny be, is he late? Because Johnny, he's like a ladies guy, never shows up on time. Could this be Johnny in his spacesuit, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be late, trying to get to the launch? Wait a minute, what is the name? Is that a name on the car right there? Is that like a name? Does that say Stark? No. Fantastic Co? Fantastic Car? Fantasticar? Okay, I was thinking it might be like, say, like Stark Enterprises on. It's like, oh look, this is like at the same time as like the original Stark Expo from Howard. Tony's flashback. And no. It doesn't appear so. That does not appear to be a link here. Again, with the period piece styling, like that 70s, 80s look, I'm loving it. I like 70s and 80s music a lot. I think I might have been born in the wrong time period, being born in the late 80s, and then kind of being a child through the 90s. If we get some Hot Wheel cars or like some models of stuff, because I got like ship models, like I like Star Trek ship models. I kind of want like a little model of this car. I don't even know why. I want like a little model of this car. I'm in love with this car. Sorry. Okay, flying through the city, run it. John Malkovich? I'm so confused right now. Okay, I don't flying through the city. And then right here we see Ben kind of running through the city. Like that was not like crappy looking CGI. That was good looking CGI.
As a family.
They did it right. You original Fantastic Four 2 and the frickin' crap. Sorry, Silver Surfer movie. But you're too small. You are too small. You are too small. You must have downsized yourself. Because see here, you look a bit bigger. But at the same time, let's come forward. Too small. Too small. Like Galactus, like, you know, whoosh, boom, explodes planets so Galactus can consume the carbon, right? Feeds it, right? It's how Galactus eats. Mofo looks not too much bigger than the Statue of Liberty right here. Yes, you can see the entirety of the Statue of Liberty right there, and you know, you see a good bit of Ellis Island, but obviously looking into New York here. I gotta wonder where Stark Enterprises is throughout all of this. But Galactus is too small. I mean, for something that eats planets, and it's just like, there, you know, there goes the planet, you know, holds it in the palm of their hand. This looks too small. It may be a perspective thing. Maybe this is like Galactus, like viewing across space and time, and so it's not correct scale because it's like a screen or something in front of him, maybe. And Galactus outside of Marvel Rivals is traditionally a guy, so please no one get offended that I'm not saying Galactus as a her. I will take a her, I will take a him. Anything over some giant stupid ass space worm with a cloud around it 24/7. I will take I will take nigh anything over that. I don't even like the Fantastic Four, but still, if you're gonna do it, do their villains right. Like, do them and do their villains right? At the very least. I don't even like them, but still, just do them right? Like, just do them right. But right here, this looks a bit more imposing. This looks a bit more giant. At the same time, though, not, you know, I'm holding your planet in the palm of my hand, I just ate it kind of thing, right?
As a family.
I'm liking the theme. Okay. May 25th. I didn't mean to start it all the way back over there, but we will stop it. All right, we're gonna stop it. We're gonna come back up. Everything that I've seen as I've gone throughout this, I've kind of commented on. About the only thing that I really can comment on that I didn't stop for is I know Pedro Pascal. I don't know any of these other people. I don't know any of these other four people, right? Like I don't know who this dude is. If we come back here to the here, I don't know this guy. At least I don't recognize him. So maybe I do recognize him from something, but just prosthetics or CGI, didn't really see his face. I don't recognize her, and I don't recognize him. So let's zoom all the way back over. Like I'm sure all four of these actors have been in something recently, and they were good, which is why they're here in a Marvel movie. Because typically, you know, if you do a bad job outside of a small number of select instances in Marvel, if you don't do a good job, like as an actor, typically you're not popping up in a Marvel movie, right? You get some new faces here and there, and like these three come off to me as new faces, come off to me, right? I don't recognize them, which means I probably just haven't seen whatever they're in. But even as a new face, you gotta kind of be at least decent. Again, there's just a really small number of select instances in which that's not the case with Marvel, but immediately struck by no white on the shoulders for Mr. Fantastic, and I can't see any white coming down the arms like I can for Ben and Johnny. Loving the suits. I'm loving the aesthetic. It's got like again, as I've been saying, I'm in love with how they're doing like the 70s, 80s Future Expo retro kind of vibe. Good on the logo. They had a good theme going there. You can see just with the styling, even in the title. Now looking here where this looks like it might be in the past between the... Where'd the car go? There it is. Alright, almost there. So from the styling of the buildings, from the styling of the Baxter building, from the styling of the Average clothes, this looks like it might be in the past. I don't know if it's like going to be in the past for the MCU. They've got Galactus here. They're doing the whole multiverse thing. So I didn't see any kind of hints of anything else that I would have put with any other superheroes. Of course, there probably wasn't any other superheroes of their kind around at the time other than the Fantastic Four, right? But I don't know. I gotta kind of wonder, like, we've heard no mention of the Fantastic Four. There's been nothing. There's been no Baxter building. There's been no references. There's been no, oh, hey, this was Reed Richards came up with this. Oh, who's Reed Richards? Oh, he's some scientist that my dad, blah, blah. No, nothing like that. We haven't seen anything like that. So for Galactus to be here, does Galactus win? That would be a plot twist, right? I mean, what's the only other bad guy to truly win? Thanos, which Ultron should have been close to that at the very least. But could Galactus win? Galactus blows up their Earth. They get sucked through some portal of reeds, through some multi-dimensional thing. They get sucked into they pop out in the MCU, which is why we've never heard anything about them before. And instead of being this Fantastic Four, the first family that, oh, they've been here and everybody knows them, now they'll kind of be like the new kids on the block. Well, new kids on the block. They'll be new to the MCU, right? I'm really interested to kind of see where this is going to go, right? Because we have no tie to the MCU that's been established. We know they're doing multiverses thing. Galactus is here, and it's the first family, and they're supposed to have been around for a minute, right? So I don't really know. I mean, like, leave me some comments down below. What did you guys think of the art aesthetic and the vibe? What do you guys think that they're going to be doing with Galactus? How do you guys think they're going to be tying in the Fantastic Four with the normal MCU? Like, what do we got going here? Like, do you guys like the 70s, 80s Future Expo type of vibe? Like were you just immediately grabbed by it and fell in love with it, across the whole world, the vehicles, everything, like I was? What do you guys think of the animations for Ben Grimm, right? Like, we got to see a little bit of the force fields. We got to see, we got to see a flame on. We didn't get to see any stretchy. We didn't get to see any stretchy stuff. We got to see some stretchy stuff with John Krasinski. But yeah, we didn't get to see any stretchy stuff with Pedro Pascal, so that's a question mark there. But I'm for the first time in a long time kind of excited for a Marvel movie. Like in the MCU. Like, I haven't been excited for their TV shows or their movies for... Oh, gosh. It was at least a few years ago when WandaVision and all of them started coming out on the TV shows. I haven't really liked... I don't know. I haven't really liked their movies. Their movies haven't been making me want to come watch them. The TV shows kind of pushed me away with how they were doing a lot of stuff with messaging in those TV shows. But I'm snagged. I'm interested. I want to see a Marvel movie for the first time in a good long time, since the ending of the first 10-year run. So leave me some comments down below. Does this guy, did this snag you? Are you guys interested? As always, if you guys do like this kind of react content where I'm looking at different trailers and whatnot, do drop a like, share it around, and of course subscribe for more, mainly those reviews. And most importantly, as always, have a wonderful rest of your day.